Hey everybody, welcome back. We have huge news. All four of our verbal commits signed their letter of intent. Very excited about that. We got 3 top 100 guys, Mike Howard, John Boddicker at the post position, and then Nadariel Brown at point guard. Very excited about that. And here we are. So it's December 13th. We're getting ready to play a big game against the Florida Gators. I want to show you just where we're at. Again, if you like this series, hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe. We're getting close to 10,000 subscribers. We need all the support we can get. And we're sitting here with a 5-1 record. We dropped a tough game to Kansas State. And again, I just want to show you guys kind of just a recap of these last 5 games, kind of where we're sitting at 6 games into the year. We've kept our same starting 5. As you can see, Cameron McGusty's off to a good start. Great to see. Not surprised. Again, if you guys saw what he did in that NCAA tournament series, you're not surprised to see as well as he's doing here. So go back and check out that if you haven't seen that yet. Road to the 2020 Final Four. But here we are, 2020, the 21 season. Chris Likes is off to a good start. Earl Timberlake, the freshman, highly regarded, off to a good start. I'm happy with that. The things that are kind of standing out to me, just kind of looking at the stats, the field goal percents are good. I'd like to get a little more production out of Dengak. He's getting some minutes, but just not scoring that much. And we've kind of shifted our focus. Nasir Brooks is doing well with the rebounds. I'd like to see a little more blocks out of him. But overall, it's been pretty good with these first 6 games. So Isaiah Wong suffered a concussion last game. And as you can see up there, there's an injury note, but there's no mark. So it looks like he's going to be good to go for the Gators game. Anyways, that's what we're playing this game. Gators top 10 in the country. Before the season, you're allowed to set your rival, your non-conference rival that you play every year automatically. And of course, we set it up with the Gators. So that's why we're playing them. Again, Isaiah Wong, I'd like to get a little more production out of him. Field goal percent's a little down. But I'm glad he's back out there. And if you guys see suggestions or lineup changes that you'd like to make, feel free to drop in the comments. Again, using the real rosters. And just checking out the plans here. Again, offensive strategy. We're going with the motion. And you can see it right there. We're favoring the outside because our best scores with McGusty Likes. Timberlake falls in that category. Wong and Beverly, our best players, our best scorers are the perimeter guys. Preferably, my preference, I'd like to have a more well-balanced team. Scoring inside and out. I like the traditional 5-man. The 4-5 is what I would prefer. But it is what it is. So we have guards. Again, I want to check out what's Florida have here as the things we're practicing. What are they strong at? Okay. Wow, the game prediction. They're definitely heavily favoring Florida. So, offense, kind of basic stuff. I'm kind of curious about their defensive style. They're going half court. They play man, so that's good because we only primarily face man in practice the way we have it set up. Their top players are small forwards, so a huge game for Earl Timberlake. With Tony there. 6'8", so a little bit more size than Earl. You know, that's going to be a tough challenge. So I'm looking here. They're giving the advantage to Florida in 3. I'm surprised McGusty doesn't have the advantage over their shooting guard there, but that's okay. I'm not too worried about that. The bench, that's fine too. I'm not too concerned. I feel like this is going to be a test for us. We struggled. I didn't like how that game went earlier with the loss. Again, we're 5-1. This scouting report was done before the last game. So, yeah, I want to see. I saw the 16-point loss, and I was curious what happened here. So, McGusty didn't shoot it well. Just not a lot of production here. Good to see Beverly, 17 points off the bench. Maybe I make a move there. with some more time. I don't know. I was a little confused, and I'm very curious to see what Miami does for the season, who they're going to start. Yeah, Beverly had that 17-point game. Really intriguing, even though it wasn't a loss. But I'm curious how Miami's going to start it out. If I had to guess, I think they're going to go with Brooks. I think they'll go Wardenberg over Dane Gack. They'll go McGusty and Likes. And I would assume they'll go Isaiah Wong and move Beverly to the 3. So that's two differences than the way I have it set up. I wanted to get Earl Timberlake minutes. This is a dynasty, building the Miami Dynasty is the name of the series. So I wanted to really give Timberlake a lot of minutes and really build on him for the future. Hopefully he reaches his potential sooner than later. So that's why I wanted to do that, get the freshman in there. And then Dane Gack, kind of similar. You don't have the upside as Timberlake, but because a junior and Sam's a senior, I decided to give Dang that nod because maybe he's got some upside there. And different type of players. He's got more length, athleticism there. You're hoping for more blocks on the interior. So yeah, their next best player, power forward. So Dane Gack there. I'm kind of wondering, I'm looking at the sizes of these guys. So he's 6'8", 190. Perry's a little bit more weight at 6'8", but the center at 6'7". Brooks definitely needs to play well. I need him to score more. But the way I have the offense set up, I don't know if he's going to get those opportunities. But definitely this game, for us to do well, I want him to have a big game in this one. This would be big. We don't have a tough non-conference schedule, so when we play a team that's ranked, especially in the top 10, especially against a rival, it'd be huge for us to get this win. And there's so much to go. So again, just kind of real quick on the recap. We have 5 scholarships available, signed 4. Our 5th one is out with Larry Walters, a small forward, a 3-star small forward, borderline 4-star. I did offer him. He's not committed. I still want to, there was some discussion, maybe hold one off for a transfer for the spring signing. I'd rather go ahead and offer Walters and hopefully land him. I like his athleticism. He would be perfect in a game like this. He's 6'7", 198, I think. And I think just that athleticism is an A. He'd be a great addition to the team for next year. So hopefully we land him. And we're still making calls and still staying on that. And real quick on recruiting, the big thing now is January they get their test scores. So we'll find out if guys are going to be able to get admitted to Miami. Okay, so I'm looking here. I'm kind of curious. Again, we're just want to get some things set up, show you guys kind of the inner makings of the team as we get ready to play this big game. And the way it's set up here with the minutes, I can go ahead and change all of these. Basically, you click on the position, and this is when they come out. So that's the 2-minute mark, the 4-minute 6. So I'm kind of looking here. I want to give Sam that extra spot there at power forward. It's a little, one thing I noticed in the first game, the season opener, I noticed Nasir Brooks got a little tired, so I wanted to adjust his minutes in a row. I'm okay with him playing a lot of minutes, but I felt like he was getting tired playing too many minutes consecutively, so I adjusted that. And again, you see Matt Cross, just 2 minutes a game. It'd be easy if you just set it up the same exact grids for the second half, but I definitely want to make sure the top players are in at the end of the game. But I do think it'd be a lot easier, and I'm sure coaches are the same way, if you just set it up point guard for point guard, shooting guard for shooting, where you essentially have a 5 and a 5, a starting 5 and a backup 5. And Miami kind of has that, to be honest with you, if you wanted to do it that way. Because you could go straight backups with Wong at the 1, Beverly at the 2. I guess you would go Cross at the 3. You'd go Sam at the 4, the way I have it set up, and then Miller, and then you make Walker the odd man out to make it a true 5 and 5. But I want to get Walker a few minutes, and I'm okay with making Wong. As you see, he's got some shooting guard playing time and some point guard stuff. I'm all about making adjustments on the fly as the season goes on. I don't want to yank guys around with their minutes, but one thing I'm thinking about though too, with next year with Mike Howard signing him top 40 player in the country, he's going to insert right in at the 4 spot as a starter. And so I'm thinking maybe Dane Gak, because of his length, moves to center because Brooks and Miller will be gone. And right now I'm just doing some house. I like to sort it, so I'm sorting them by minutes played for the bench, just so I can. It's just organizational stuff that I like to do. And again, Elijah is going to be a really good player. He'll step right in. I think that's what I'm going to go with. We'll see. We'll worry about 2021, but I would definitely want to keep this thing going. But Elijah, certainly a great addition to the Miami Hurricanes team, scoring out of Stony Brook. I had to make sure I got him in on the game. That was really exciting to get him in right before the season started. And the way I have it set up, it's a little frustrating. You can't redshirt juniors and seniors in this game, because I would have redshirted him the way he's redshirting. But yeah, just looking at McGusty, leading the team in scoring at 3 straight 20-point games to start the year. Dipped a little bit, but that happens, and I'm okay with that. I like the field goal attempts. Steady. 3-point shooting's been pretty good. I like first rebounds to be up a little bit more, but that's nitpicking. The steals up over 1 would be great, but the big thing for him is points. You want the field goal percent to be good, and it is, and then the 3-point shooting. Chris likes. Okay. So 2 out of the last 3 games he goes for over 20. That's good. I like the assist numbers. He's got 2 games with 9. I'm looking at that Kansas State. Yeah, that Kansas State game. 7 turnovers. That's cut down on that for sure. But I like that the assist numbers are up. That'd be great for Miami this season. So here we go. Big game. Here's our starting 5. Here's a look at the Gators starting 5. Exciting. So this game's at Florida. That's going to add an extra element of difficulty for us. We've already lost our other road game. I don't want to get in that trend. So here we go. Again, if you guys are just jumping on, what it is I am playing this game as a simulation that, based on all the minutes and the playing style, formations, and whatnot, are all just inserted in the game and letting it play out. If you guys play this game, or I have the option of doing substitutions on the fly during the game and making adjustments in that sense, but I like to just play it out. So we're just going to watch this game, talk about it a little bit. And again, shout out to you guys for being big fans of the series. Excited about this. Again, Ryland's controlling Virginia Tech. Next episode, we play each other. You guys are not going to want to miss that. We're going to do something special there for that huge game. It's going to be Ryland's ACC opener, and it's going to be our second ACC game. And then we also have a big tournament coming up too. So a lot of action. I'm glad we're into the season. Recruiting was a grind. It was a grind, but I loved what we did. 3 top 100 players is fantastic. The 2 top 60 guys at power forward. That's going to work out extremely well with our young guards. Very excited about how that's all going to work out. So here we go. I'm excited. So yeah, this is a huge game. I mentioned it before, but Earl Timberlake needs to play well. His scoring kind of has been inconsistent. But the big thing I'm looking for is defensively. Going up against Tony there at the 3 spot. Their top scorer, averaging almost 20 points a game. So he cannot get outplayed. You know, he needs to definitely keep it close. Speaking of keeping it close, dang gag, giving the squad a lead, 9-8. I like this. This would be a huge upset. We definitely need to get this. And Joe Collison, their other, you know, their other top scorer, need to pay attention to him. So Jimmy Sims off to a good start for Florida. A little disappointing. We need to take advantage of that mismatch I feel like we have. Just kind of watching too. And also real quick about the game. It looks fantastic, not just with all the logos. You've got to get all the real logos in the game. But the really cool part is all the authentic courts in the game. You get to see Florida here. I think it looks, it's just an extra added element. And I know it's just a simulation, but for simulation, this looks pretty good. The jersey numbers, you can actually set your jersey up. And I went with the 3rd jersey, the black jerseys. We'll have to break those out sometime. Maybe we'll do it against Ryland. I don't even know where that game's at. And I feel like it's interesting with Virginia Tech in the sense that that's the squad that we're kind of similar to with team prestige and things like that. So we're certainly in the same grouping right now. Okay, this is big time. We got a 15-9 lead. 8 minutes in. Really impressed with the layout of this. So again, just what I'm looking at is, so at the bottom left-hand screen where you see the players' names, that's their stamina bar. And again, I mentioned earlier with Brooks, I noticed his got down a little too low for me. I feel like it's fine now because I'm looking at not just ours on the left, but Florida's, how they're doing theirs. Their guys are low too, so the way they keep guys in. Just trying to get a better feel of this game. So likes is down a little bit, but again, likes, we got to do a bunch of minutes. And one of the things, you know, as a coach, I'm sure it becomes difficult to cut the rotation down because you like all your guys. You want they're all working hard in practice, development. They committed to your program. You want to give as many guys opportunities as possible. So yeah, Perry's out of red, but so Brooks is down to a red again. Okay, so we're okay there. Good timing. Miller goes in, but I clearly don't have that connection with the guys. But you guys saw the rotation. Got 11 guys getting minutes. Maybe that's too much, but it's hard to find a better way of doing it. And maybe, you know, if losses start piling up, then you kind of scratch that idea. And maybe that's how coaches feel too much on the line. And I'm sure it's especially hard, like I said, when guys are working hard, getting it done in the classroom, doing all the right things. Guys start acting up, not doing the right things, late to practice, meetings, those kind of things. It's very easy to make decisions on cutting minutes. But cutting minutes for guys doing the right thing has to be a very difficult decision for a coach. But anyways, I'm bringing that up because we're playing 11. That might be too many. Just something to keep in mind as we get into ACC play here in a few weeks. There we go. Nice here. Brooks, 9 points. I like that in the first half. I was just talking about he needs to get some points this game. So that's good to see. I like that we're battling here. Leads kind of going back and forth. It's a little unsettling not to be able to jump in and try to get my hands on this situation. Just to like, I don't even know exactly what moves to make. We're just kind of looking at different things or getting guys in there more. but it's obviously going well, so it's okay. I feel like the second half, though, is going to get a little tighter. But it's good. That's what's fun about these simulations. You get all your work done before the game, and you just let it play out. And talking to coaches over the years, college, high school, even pros, obviously they do coaching on game day, but they do talk about that philosophy, just that essentially it comes down to the players on game days. And there's no better example of that than the way these sims are going. Because I cannot jump in on anything. This is good though. Only down. Okay, so we got that lead. Yeah, I feel like everybody's doing well. This is going well. Only 38-28. It's going back and forth. Brooks is having a huge first half. 11 points. Leading the squad in scoring. That's big time. Yeah, we definitely need Likes and McGusty to take advantage of, I feel, is a matchup. At least our guards are more productive than theirs. I don't know what their ratings are, but this is, wow, Tony Perry. He only has 1 point. This is great. Okay, Timberlake with 4. The only thing I would say is he only has 1 point and we're losing, so that's not a good sign for us right now. We need to stop on the final possession here. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that's not a good stretch. Oh, we get a 3 at the buzzer. Earl Timberlake, that was huge. So 39-34, we're trailing. That end of the half was a little rough. Squad's looking good. I'm looking at the stats. Again, nice here. Brooks with the 11 points. That's great. One of the things I find out that's really cool about this, and I definitely want to dive into it more before ACC play, but the plus and minus situations with the box score, it's really cool how it's set up. And one of the things I've noticed just covering the team with those plus minus stats, and some coaches, they want to brush it off, and there's certainly reasons for skewing that, but I definitely, I think if you're a good player, you're going to have a good plus minus. I just think it makes a difference, but I guess if you want to dispute it. But anyways, what I was going to say is covering the team. During the games, we get box scores during the game and afterwards in the books and stuff, and it shows the plus minus. But it doesn't show up on when you look at the season stats. Like if you just look at it, it doesn't show you those kind of things. I'm not saying it's hard information to find, but I definitely enjoy having that at my disposal. And covering the team, just a quick shout out, covering the basketball team. I have had a subscription to kenpomp.com for a long time. Really enjoy everything they've got going over there with the site, all the analytics in there. So college basketball fans, if you haven't seen it, I think you'd get a kick out of that site. You'd get a lot out of it, dive into the numbers. I find it to be very interesting leading up to games, especially when you're trying to figure out matchups and how things are working. Okay, so we're battling back here. Only down 2. We need to get this. We need to get this win here. So Tony Perry finally makes a shot. He's 1 for 9. Earl Timberlake is locking down on defense. I love seeing that. The freshman's getting buckets too. This is such a big game for him. I hope this game, whatever the results are with this, I hope he takes this game to another level with his performance here, outperforming their best player. I feel like that happens a lot. You talk to players so much about a coming out party, or you ask a young player, when did you feel like you made or you could play and be productive at this level? Those kind of questions come up. And some players it takes a little bit. Maybe it's not that first game. Maybe it's not a week. Maybe it takes a while. But like I said, I'm hoping this game vaults Timberlake into being more consistent, productive, high level, that kind of thing. Okay, so this is tough to watch. The deficit is growing. We're down 7. And one of the things that definitely played out in these first 6 games was our scoring numbers were up really, really high. Again, not the toughest of competitions, but because we're playing a fast-paced offense, it's great to see those results. Okay, only down 6. We need McGusty to get it going here. Now 8. Man, still plenty of time, but a little concerned here. Now it's 10 points. Perry's starting to get a little bit more involved. Okay, we definitely needed that. That's a huge bucket by Harlan Beverly. Great to see. Again, I'd like to try to get him involved more the way he's been playing. I don't know where to sacrifice the minutes, though. Okay, oh, we got it within 5. But one of the things you could do is maybe, because I want to play Timberlake so much, he's listed at 6'6", 215. If I wanted to go smaller, I could move him to the 4 and kind of slide guys down. McGusty, 6'5", move him to the 3, and then move Beverly into the starting lineup at 6'4". But that, and I was thinking about that for this game, because their 3 front court players they go 6'8", 6'8", 6'7". So maybe you could get away with it. It's just something I'll pay attention to. Maybe on a matchup situation. And if we did that, I would go to more of a 5-out offense. I still like the motion offense to allow freedom with the perimeter guys. And maybe that would work because Nasir Brooks at center is a premier defensive center. So, maybe that's the way to go. Thinking about things for the future here. Again, just trying to make adjustments here. Okay, only down 3 points, 61-58. Got 8:30 left. Nice. Chris Likes is coming up big. 18 points now. And that's one of the things you saw last season with Chris in big games. You could see him get on these scoring runs, keep the team in it. So that's good to see here against the Gators. Okay, we're so close. We fought so hard to get back here. We're down 10. Chris Likes is going off. Up to 21 points. Like right now, I want to call a play. Give Chris the ball and get out of the way. And this is tough too. On the substitutions, even though he's heating up and doing well, it was his time to come out of the game. Okay, we can't. Got to stay right here though. (64-63), a thriller here in Gainesville. We need some buckets, guys. We need your support. If you're here, I appreciate it once again. Oh my goodness. I'm getting a little, I am not in control of this at all. But I'm getting a little nervous a little bit here. I just want them to win this game. Gators are number 7 in the country. We need that kind of a lift for our squad. 5 points, okay. That's what we needed. Nice here, Brooks. That was his first points of the second half, and those were huge. Okay, we've got to get some stops here, guys. Down 3. Oh my goodness. Okay, only down 1. Okay, 4 minutes to go. Guys, we've got to lock up. We got to get this win, this huge upset win of the season. Oh, big 3-pointer by Cameron McGusty. That's what we needed. Only 10 points, but those 3 points were huge. We've got to get a stop here. 3 minutes left. Starters are in the game, and we're going to ride them out to the end here. Okay, so they get free throws there. Okay, drew a foul. That's good. Nice. Tied the game up. That was huge. Chris Likes he's having a huge game. Okay, that's what we needed. Man, he is going off. Oh no, Tony Perry gets a 3. Oh my goodness, okay. Oh no, we gotta get a bucket, guys. Okay, there we go. McGusty with the bucket. Down 3. Need to cut him off on this end though. And this is where the coaching part of it comes into it, because I've set it up where I'm not putting a huge emphasis on defense. And I know that's not a good thing for games like this, especially right now. He missed all those free throws? Okay, down 3. Oh, we needed that. Okay, down 3, a minute to go. Okay, this is big time. Somebody's got to step up. Chris Likes and McGusty. Oh my goodness. Earl Timberlake with a 3-pointer to tie it in the final minute. That's huge. This is a big game that he needed. He's playing like a monster. Okay, tied up, 30 seconds left. Get that rebound. There we go. Hold it. Oh no. McGusty with the miss. Oh, and Sam got the foul. Oh, no. That's tough. We went down to the wire with the number 7 team in the country and come up short. It's disappointing. Likes misses a 3 at the buzzer. Disappointing loss in the sense that we tied it up at 78 in the final minute. Unable to get the win, but so many positives. Earl Timberlake, the big game. Outperformed Perry, their top player. That's exactly what I needed from him. Chris Likes had a huge game. So that was good. Bounce back game. You know, a better game than what he did there against Kansas State. And yeah, just looking at the box scores here, definitely good to see Brooks get some points. Would have liked more in the second half, but that's okay. McGusty made some shots, had a tough day, but made some shots late. So that's good to see. The bench could use some more points off the bench, but it's okay. Not too bad there. That's tough with their guards scoring as many points as they did, because they weren't scoring I don't think either of them were averaging double figures, so that's tough. But anyways, we'll bounce back. We'll be fine. We'll be ready for the ACC, getting ready to start in a huge game against Virginia Tech. Hey Rylan, I was looking at your team. So you're 6-3, 9 games in. I can't believe we're already this far. Just kind of, what do you think of the squad? You've had some tough losses, but you get some wins. Just kind of, how's it going for you guys?
Yeah, you know, I'm feeling my team out, kind of trying to force my style on these players a little bit with the, you know, playing more of an outside game and up tempo. I'm not sure I really have the players to do that, but we're trying it anyway. And, you know, some mixed results. We've gotten blown out by the 2 top 25 teams we played, but in the game at San Diego State, who was ranked 19th, we actually had a 13-point lead at one point. So, you know, my team's got a little bit of potential. We're pretty young. I foresee a lot more losses in our future, but for now, at least, you know, getting some young guys, some playing time, but got a sophomore and a and another freshman starting at the guard, and my best player is a sophomore. So, they're getting some valuable minutes, and hopefully as the season goes on, we just don't take too many losses that we shouldn't take.
With just your young guys that you have, and then you get all of your commits to sign, how do you feel like it'll maybe kind of mesh together with what you've seen from your young guys kind of moving forward and building your program?
Yeah, my top recruit I signed is a guard. That guard out of Australia, a top 100 guy. So I'm excited about being able to put him in the lineup. That'll give me, a 3-guard lineup. My best player is a small forward, but he's 6'7", so I could probably put him in at the small ball 4, and I think that'll really give me a pretty versatile, high outside game. Just looking forward to next year. Got a couple of good shooting power forward recruits, or a couple of other guys I got too. So, just my whole philosophy of getting shots up and running the court, I think as my recruits start to kind of intermingle in, and as I start to play with the guys on the team that are more of my shooters, we'll get it. We'll probably figure it out. Hopefully, maybe we might not make the tournament this year, but hopefully next year. I don't know. We'll see.
So Ryland, we have a big game coming up. Like it's your ACC opener. It's my second game in the ACC. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing our squads go at it. You looking forward to that one?
Yeah, I am looking forward to it. Hopefully, my team can pull off the upset on that one. I think I would assume you would be favored. It's at Miami. My team wasn't projected to be very high in the ACC this year, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to see how my team handles, playing against other Power 5 schools and, getting into that ACC slate. Maybe, I don't know if I'll have to adjust my lineups at all. I haven't really done much adjusting since the beginning of the year when I started to put those younger guys in. But for now, I might just kind of leave it how it is and just kind of see how they do. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It should be fun.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, we'll just keep this thing going, man. Best of luck, and I'm looking forward to the game for sure.
Yeah, man.
See ya.
Later.